What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Before we get into today's video, make sure to like and subscribe if you're not already. Appreciate those of you who already are. So today I'm going to be doing an NFL Week 12 preview, giving my predictions and scores as usual. But I know in my last preview I think I put my record picking games in the description, but this video will be the first time where I actually mention it because I forgot in the other one. My record picking games this year so far is 95 correct, 68 wrong, and 1 tie, the Steelers and Lions. So 95, 68, and 1. Not too shabby, but yeah, let's get right into the video now where I'm actually picking the games. So the first game of the week on Thanksgiving, which is tomorrow, Bears at Lions. I got the Lions getting their first win of the season in front of their fans on Thanksgiving in a 34-31 high-scoring game. I think this may be a more fun of a game than people may expect because the lack of defense in this game, despite there being backup quarterbacks for both teams. Then the Raiders at the Cowboys, the second Thanksgiving game. I got the Cowboys winning it 24-22. I think it's going to be a somewhat close of a game. The Cowboys won't have Amari Cooper. I believe CeeDee Lamb hasn't been cleared. DeMarcus Lawrence isn't going to play. I think the Raiders will give them a tough time, but the Cowboys will come out on top. Then the Sunday night game, a big game, Bills at Saints. Both teams need this game badly. The Bills because they've been spiraling as of late, and the Patriots have taken first place in the division, so they need to keep pace with them, while the Saints, they're losing control of their own division. They're a couple games back, and if they lose, they have a losing record. So this is a big game for both teams. I got the Saints winning it 28-23. I think it's going to be it's going to be a gritty one. It's a fun one for a Sunday night Thanksgiving game. And it's going to be interesting because Drew Brees, I believe, is commentating the game because Chris Collinsworth and Al Michaels are not going to be commentating it. So it'll be Drew Brees and Mike Tirico, and Drew Brees will be commentating his former team that he was just playing for last year. So that'll be interesting. Then the Steelers at the Bengals, big division matchup here. Important game. I got the Bengals winning it 26-24. They beat the Steelers earlier in the year when they played in Pittsburgh. I think they'll beat them again here. Then the Panthers at the Dolphins. This is a bad matchup for the Dolphins. The Dolphins have trouble stopping the run, and they're facing a run-heavy team who has Christian McCaffrey, Chuba Hubbard, and a good running quarterback in Cam Newton. While I think the Dolphins also on offense, they like to pass the ball a lot. They're not a heavy run team, and the Panthers aren't good at stopping the run on defense. But the Dolphins aren't good at running, and the Dolphins' strength is passing, but the Panthers have the secondary to slow it down. So it's just a bad matchup for the Dolphins. I got the Panthers winning it 35-21. Then the Eagles at the Giants. This one may be a surprising one to you guys because the Eagles have been on a roll as of late, and the Giants have been in a slump. But I got the Giants winning it 38-21. And mainly because I just don't see how Philadelphia's secondary is going to be able to guard these Giants receivers. And, the Giants defense isn't a big deal, but I don't know how much longer this Eagles offense, with their, kind of a one-dimensional thing with the connection between Hurts and Smith, can keep up. So I actually got the Giants winning it here. Then the Titans at the Patriots. This is a big game. Originally, I was going to pick the Titans, but I'm picking the Patriots to win it now, 23-20. Because, originally I'm thinking, okay, the Patriots aren't really that good at stopping the run anymore, and the Titans have Derrick Henry. But a couple things have changed. The Titans don't have Derrick Henry anymore, and the Patriots, they've actually gotten way better at stopping the run. It may partially be because of Dante Hightower coming back from injury, and he's gotten better throughout the year. They brought back Jamie Collins, and Bill Belichick is just great at adjusting. Now, the Titans do still have a good running back crew with Dante Foreman and Adrian Peterson, but I don't think it'll be enough to pull out the win. So I got the Patriots winning it by 3. Then the Falcons at the Jaguars, one of the less exciting games this week, but I got the Falcons winning it 26-23. Then the Buccaneers at the Colts. Another big game. This is a test for this Colts team for if they're for real. But I got the Buccaneers winning it 26-21. The Colts really do like to run the football, and for how good they are running the football and for how good of an offensive line they have, I still don't think they're a match for the Buccaneers front seven, which means Carson Wentz is going to have to drop back and make some throws, and I just don't think he's up for that task yet. And to add to that, his receiving core isn't that great either. And meanwhile, the Colts defense is good, but I think Tampa will scratch away enough points. Then the Jets at the Texans, not another non-exciting one. I got the Texans winning it 38-28, regardless of who the quarterback is for the Jets. Then the Chargers at the Broncos, big divisional matchup. If the Chargers win this game, they will be in first place on the AFC West again because Kansas City does not play, and Kansas City's 7-4. If the Chargers win, they're 7-4, but the Chargers have tiebreaker because they beat them. But if Denver wins, the Chiefs stay in first place for the time being. I got the Broncos winning it 24-21. The Broncos had a bye week. They're coming off a bye. They're playing at home, and the Chargers are notorious for losing these big games where their chance to take the lead in something and they just don't do it. I got the Broncos winning it by 3. Then another massive game, Vikings at the 49ers. This has major playoff implications. Neither of these teams are going to win their division. The 49ers are way out. They're not winning their division. The Vikings, it's not completely over, but they're 3 games back, and they have tiebreaker, but they're 3 games back. I mean, they're 2.5 actually. So I don't think they'll be able to come back with the amount of time that's left in the season. But this is a huge game for the wild card spot. And although I do think the 49ers are a for real team that's better than their record says, I also do think the Vikings are a for real team that isn't what their record says. I got the Vikings winning it 28-20, mainly because I think the 49ers offense will be somewhat slowed down by the Vikings defense. But to add to this, I just don't see how the 49ers secondary is going to be able to guard Jefferson and Thielen. The 49ers secondary, their number 1 corner is Josh Norman, for crying out loud. They're going to have Justin Jefferson running out on Josh Norman, plus then Adam Thielen who on the other side. So yeah, I got the Vikings winning it 28-20. I hope not. I hope the Niners can pull it out because I would really like to see this team in the playoffs. I think this is a pretty talented team, and if, as a Chiefs fan, if the Chiefs can't pull it off, I hope the Niners can somehow do it. But I don't. This is a big game, so they gotta win it. Then probably the game of the week, the Rams at the Packers, playoff rematch, massive game. Matthew Stafford returning to Lambeau to play his longtime rival and Aaron Rodgers and the Cheeseheads. The Rams playing in cold weather historically never ends well. It's a insurmountable task. And last year we saw in the playoffs, Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers were bullying Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald, had them crying on the sidelines for the end of the game. So, I don't think much is going to be different. I got the Packers winning it 27-24. And, Matthew Stafford in a big game. Yeah, I don't like Aaron Rodgers, but I'm definitely going to take him in a big game over Matthew Stafford in a big game. Then the Browns at the Ravens. This is another big game here. This is the Sunday night game, I believe. If the Browns win, they're still not in first place, but it's a big step towards doing so, and that's just for a wild card spot maybe. It's in Baltimore. The Lamar Jackson Ravens versus the Baker Mayfield Browns. The Lamar Jackson Ravens have owned the Baker Mayfield Browns in this era. I believe Baker Mayfield has never beaten Lamar Jackson, and I don't think much is going to change here. I believe Lamar Jackson will be back in this game. I think the Ravens will win it 27-21. I think Baker Mayfield struggles will continue. And then the final game of the week, Seahawks at the Washington football team, the Monday night game. You know, Seattle traveling all the way out there on the East Coast. I know they played Washington last year and beat them, but I don't think they're going to do it again this year. Seahawks have been having a lot of trouble lately. Washington's won a couple of games, couple of big games too. I got Washington winning it in a defensive battle, 19-17. Again, I think this is Russell Wilson's last year in Seattle. I don't see how he comes back another year. I think this relationship has really ran its course, and I think Seattle should trade him. I think they should trade him. I think they should trade Wagner. I think they should just completely rebuild around DK Metcalf on offense and Jamal Adams on defense, because they're not going to win anything with these core guys. They need to get draft picks, and they need to just start rebuilding. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Comment down below what you guys think of my predictions. And as always, I'll see you guys next time.